Turning now to Russia, where the countdown is on. President Vladimir Putin has T-minus 4 days to end the war in Ukraine or face tough sanctions from President Trump. Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, will be in Moscow tomorrow to meet with Kremlin leadership. The Kremlin has said Witkoff is always welcome, but it's unclear how seriously Putin is taking President Trump's threats. Just today, dozens of drone strikes in the town of Lozova killed 2 people and injured dozens of others, including 2 children. Meanwhile, President Trump spoke on the phone today with Ukrainian President Zelensky, who thanked him for the, quote, productive talks. The U.S. has also agreed to sell $1 billion worth of weaponry to European allies, weapons that will end up on the front lines in Ukraine, another sign that the White House's make nice approach to Russia is ending. The real question, though, is what the deadline means on the ground for the people in Ukraine. And that's where NewsNation's Robert Sherman is tonight. He's live in Kyiv. Robert, is there any hope there in Kyiv that these threats from President Trump will work, that there will, in fact, be a ceasefire?
Well, there's certainly hope for a lot of people here that one day these sleepless nights will end and the horrors of war will be gone. But when it comes to will things be different this time, a lot of people fear this is all more of the same.
It was February of 2022 when President Biden attempted to talk Russian President Vladimir Putin down from going into Ukraine.
We're ready to impose severe sanctions on Russia if it further invades Ukraine.
Days later, the Kremlin rebuffed President Biden and invaded. Fast forward to the 2024 campaign trail, then candidate for President Trump scorned his Democratic rival's inability to prevent an all-out war.
You could have stopped that so easily, Joe. You didn't know what the hell you were doing or saying, Joe.
And vowed under a Trump White House, things will be different.
I will get it solved in rapid order, and it will take me no longer than 1 day.
And yet, over 6 months have come and gone, and the war rages on. Have things changed at all under President Trump compared to President Biden, or is it largely the same?
Honestly, maybe something has changed, but I wouldn't say that we feel it.
Everyone just wants to see some action and not just words.
The feeling among many Ukrainians is while they have liked President Trump's increasingly tough talk towards Russia,
We get a lot of thrown at us by Putin, for you want to know the truth.
bombs are still falling and civilians are still suffering.
It's like living in a lottery. I wish this horror would end soon.
But one thing that has at times been different under this administration, the public rhetoric between Washington and Kyiv.
You don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards.
The heated Oval Office exchange rallying some of President Trump's supporters back in the States, but also reinvigorating the public here.
Ukrainians were really motivated to fight again after this talk because they were really proud of the response of Zelensky.
So as the Kremlin and White House go back and forth ahead of Friday's deadline, and President Trump vows to back Russia down, people here have no idea what to think.
We hear a lot of things from Mr. Trump. If he will be successful, we will be glad to this. If he will be not, we'll be relying on ourselves.
The reality is Ukrainians have been down this road before, and they've watched as economic sanctions have been handed down again and again and again, not making much of a difference to their everyday lives. What they're waiting to see is just how interested is Russia even in making a deal. Elizabeth?
Yeah, so far, practically zero sign of that. Robert Sherman reporting live from Kyiv in Ukraine. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.